Welcome to the channel. If you followed my videos, you probably recognize this car from a year ago, 1970 Chevelle, and it's back to do some more work on it. The owner dropped it off yesterday. Going to get a bunch more work done on this thing before it's painted, but this video is going to be a little bit different. Let me show you what I'm going to be doing. All right, the hood on this Chevelle is aftermarket, and like most aftermarket parts, the stamping isn't real good. It's a pretty good fit, but there's some waves to it, there's some dents, just some irregularities in the stamping. So I'm going to have to try and locate all these spots through this primer, get them marked, get them straightened, reblock this whole hood, reprime it, block it again. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is how to go about finding all these imperfections in the paint or the primer so you don't miss any and you end up with a nice finish. Most important thing you need is some good lighting. If you take something like this out in the bright sunlight and try and find stuff, maybe on the sides of a vehicle you can find the dents, but on a flat surface, your roof, deck lid, hood, it's going to be tough to find. So you need some good lighting. If you ever watch the paintless dent repair guys and gals work their magic, they've always got good lighting set up. Now this one here, I upgraded the bulbs to the LED, but these long bulbs that throw out a nice light, and you use the reflection of the light on your panel to pick up all the dents. Okay, with that turned on, you can see there's a big difference. Now I had this heat lamp, I've had this thing for years, and I wanted to rig up a light. So I had an old fluorescent light laying around, and I made my own hardware up so I can mount it on this same stand and use it. And I can point this light up, down, whatever I need to do, and I can also pivot it. Now if you've got good overhead lighting in your garage or your shop, that'll do the same thing, but a lot of times your vehicle isn't in the right spot, so you either have to move the vehicle, that's where you got a portable light, and you just move the light around where you need it. So I don't know how it's going to show up here on the camera. You want to go all the way around these panels, top to bottom, front to back, whatever you have to do, and you look for any imperfections, and that light will show them up. And it may show up, I'm going to mark it with a pencil. I've got a low spot there, got a low spot there. Now this hood was already primed and edged in from another shop, and so it looks like there's quite a bit of material to block on, but I don't think there's enough to block these dents out. So that's how I want to locate them all now, put some filler in there, sand that down, and then finish blocking the whole hood and reprime it. Now I can see there's some kind of a mark through here. I don't know if it's a stamping mark, but there's a line right through there. Now by moving the light around from one side to the other, I think there was some filler in here because I see some pinholes. So must have had some work done on it. Quite a few pinholes in here, and they show up real good under this light. There's actually quite a few of them in here. Yeah, I think that's a lot of Bondo. And that didn't show up, I've never seen that before. So I think there's a lot of filler in this whole side of the hood. Here's more in here, just pinholes. So you have to work around these panels all the way around, move the light all the way around. More pinholes in here. Now the last time I worked on this vehicle, I could even feel this. This whole corner back here is low. It's going to need filler across this whole area to smooth it all out. Looked like there was some Bondo in here. It looked like there was Bondo put in here. You can see a line across here. But without a light, all this stuff would be missed. And once it's painted, it's kind of too late. And guide coat would show these pinholes up too, but I don't want my guide coat down in the bottom of that. I want the bottom of the holes clean so the filler will stick to it good. A dent right in here. There's a dent right here. Now what I'm doing when I mark all these, the ones that are going to need some filler, the actual dents, I put an X through them. That way I know in my mind those are the ones that I just need to fill. Anything else, it's just pinholes, I just circle them. Now here's another tip. If you've got a panel and you want to strip it all the way down to bare metal and you've got some dents, and then you're worried about trying to find those dents after it's all stripped and nice and clean sheet metal, take a grinder, a 36 grit, and like you find a little dent, grind that down to bare metal, And once you strip it, those 36 grit marks are going to show up. That way you know where your filler needs to be. Okay, let's take a look at this quarter panel. Okay, now a pencil won't show up, so I'm just going to mark these with masking tape. Got a dent here. Got a little dent there. Got a little bigger dent there. I think that's it for this panel. Let's jump over to the other side. Okay, this panel, it's a stamping mark, but it's almost like a crease from the inside out. That's going to be a little bit trickier to get that in and work this line in there. And it looks like there's just a little outie right there, and that'll probably file off. Very slight dent right there. And I think that'll do it. Okay, here's another trick that'll help you with some dents. Now this isn't so much finding them, this is how to get paid to fix them if you're working in a body shop. This hood right here has a dent in there, and it's got an eyebrow right down this bottom edge. If your shop deals with DRPs, which means a direct repair program, that usually means that the shop writes the estimates, they upload them to the insurance company who they have the contract with, they review them, and that's how they pay. Insurance companies used to send their own adjusters out. They're kind of getting away from that. So now you take all the pictures, you document everything, and you upload your estimate to somebody sitting in an office. They look at the pictures, and you may have a dent, and you go, okay, I want an hour and a half. And they look at the picture and they go, oh, we don't see it, we're going to give you 3/10. Well, you tell them, you come out here and look at it. See what you think. Well, that's not our job. So here's what the estimators carry. And I just made this up. This is a piece of foam board. I got it at Hobby Lobby for about $2, and I put these black stripes on with just some black electrical tape. But if you can see the reflection of those lines in that dent, it highlights it. It'll show them up a little bit better, so you can state your case that, no, I need more time, I need the time stated on our estimate. Let me wipe this off and see if it helps any. Okay, you should be able to see where those lines get distorted from the dent. But that's what you run into. It could be a good sized dent and you want 5 hours. The insurance company just looks at some pictures and they say, well, I only see 3 hours, so that's all we're paying you. So you've got to use one of these and send your pictures in with this. I think I found a solution that'll help the body shops out. I kind of modified this board on the back side. Oh yeah, that's worth 3, maybe 4 hours now. And I know I've got at least one insurance adjuster that watches some of my videos. He's commented before, so he'll probably appreciate this. Yeah, I don't think you could actually get away with that, but that's what you have to do. You have to highlight these dents, make sure they show up good on film when you send them in, because otherwise they just kill you on the time. That'll do it for this video. Next video on this car, I'm going to get started on this hood, get all the bonding work done. Thanks for watching.